If you don't know, you should know. This is Booker T's RW Superstar Ruthless Ryan Davidson, and you are listening to WNS Podcast.
You're listening to the official Wrestling News Source podcast. For all your information, go to WrestlingNewsSource.com or find us on Facebook by searching WrestlingNewsSource.com or WNS Podcast. Now, here are your hosts, Daniel Herron, Tyler Abear, and Doug. That's right. What's up, everyone? I am Daniel Herron.
I am Tyler Abear. I'm Doug, Teenager of the Year.
And we welcome you to episode 201 of the official podcast of WrestlingNewsSource.com. For all of your information, go to WrestlingNewsSource.com. Check us out on Facebook, WrestlingNewsSource.com. You can find us on Facebook, WNS Podcast, on YouTube, WNS Video, and on iTunes, Wrestling News Source Podcast.
We're on Stitcher, Beyond Pod, and Player.fm. Just search Wrestling News Source Podcast. Follow the podcast on Twitter at WNS Podcast. Shut up. I'm trying to do my shit.
Let him do his
Follow
thing.
Daniel at
Hey,
WNS.
you're talking to the Teenager of the Year here.
God damn it. You fuckheads. Let me get through.
I'm just saying it's rude to, interrupt the guy when he's trying to do his thing. Please continue, Doug. I'm just trying to tell him he is being very impolite.
Daniel's at WNS _Daniel. Tyler _ Aber.
Welcome to the show. Got a lot to talk about. It's going to be a big show for us this week. We got a lot of feedback. Going to talk about Raw, the interesting show that was. Going to give you our Survivor Series predictions.
Yeah, that's this Sunday.
Talk about some hot topics, Q&A, much more. Lots of talking to be involved in this episode. So,
Fuck yeah.
So how you guys doing? Doing
Pretty
all right?
good.
Yeah?
Pretty good.
Hanging in there?
Yes.
Good deal. Yeah?
I am off for 5 hours tomorrow, and that means I can 1 hour before I get my teeth cleaned at the dentist, but the other 4 hours after that, that's for 2K15.
There you go. So you excited that 2K15's finally been released?
Yes.
All right. We'll dive into that discussion a little bit later and probably closer to the hot topics. So if you're interested in hearing our thoughts or Tyler's thoughts
You better.
on 2K15, stick around for that. Doug, how are you doing?
Starting to feel a little weird. I just ate some tacos and
Tacos and a hamburger.
Well, I thought the shells tasted maybe a little bit stale.
Uh-oh.
Now I'm starting to feel a little weird. So if I
Keep
leave
calm.
if I leave in the middle of the show, I'm puking or shitting or something.
Okay.
Did the meat taste weird?
No, the meat tasted fine. It was just the shell.
Shell.
Maybe it's just a weird taste in my mouth because it may have been a little stale.
Yeah.
I think the meat was fine.
I hope everything's okay
You have
Yeah.
any gum with you?
because I don't know.
No, do you have gum?
I do not.
I think I have a cough drop. I have a cough
Is it
drop.
the cherry kind that are
It
like
is. Cherry Halls.
Fuck yeah. Oh well, if you just have one, you probably need
Oh, you're good. You got it.
get this taste out of my mouth.
Yeah, there you go. So, good
Caution
stuff.
Probably
everyone.
should have stopped eating them when I realized it tasted a little stale.
Caution everyone. Check your taco shells.
Check your shells.
Check your
That's
shells.
Right. Get your shells tested.
DQ taco
Yeah,
shells.
or any shells for that matter. So welcome to the show. Like I said, we got a lot to talk about. My voice may sound a little different. I know.
It's been out in the rain.
No, I haven't been out. What? No. I have been under the weather though. I was sick pretty much
Me,
all
I'm
last
super
week.
flat.
I woke up Wednesday and felt like I'd swallowed a razor wire or something like that. So
Which is not recommended.
yeah, it's definitely not recommended. I wouldn't recommend that to anyone.
No, you
but
swallowed.
Ew. But yeah, so welcome to the show. Got a lot to talk about. Gonna dive on into your feedback as I reclaim my rightful spot on the captain's chair. Good stuff.
I admit I had fun.
Yeah?
It was a blast.
You had some good response to it. People had faith in you that you'd do a good show, and
Well,
we didn't-
I'm glad that people had faith in me because I didn't have faith
had over
in myself.
1,000 downloads on iTunes and Stitcher and
It's over 900.
all those. It was over 900. So very good job on that, Tyler. Bravo. So thank you to everyone who listened to our 200th show. Made
Thank you,
it
guys.
that much more special. We certainly appreciate it. Excuse me. I'm just trying to get rid of the last bit of mucus, and then I'll be fine. But let's dive into some feedback that we have. First bit we have is from Jaggy Babs saying 200 episodes. That's awesome. Congratulations, guys. Champagne for every viewer on me. Contact Tyler for details.
Champagne is disgusting.
Champagne showers.
Sorry.
So Tyler, what's the details on this? You fronting the bill or?
Maybe I don't know. I don't remember talking to Jaggy Babs, but maybe
No.
we did. I don't know.
He
I
says that
sleepwalk.
you got the details.
I sleepwalk. And
That is
sleep talk.
true.
I don't know.
Yes, that is very true. Maybe you secretly made a deal.
Like, hey, Jaggy Babs.
Check your bank account just in case.
like typing on the internet. I don't know what I'm doing. Champagne's disgusting.
Yeah. But anyways, thank you for the congratulations, Jaggy Baz. We certainly appreciate it. Next bit of feedback we have is from Elizabeth saying, hey, guys, first off, congrats on 200.
Thank you.
Quality podcasts. Doug, what you have to remember is people in the U.S., but especially in the UK, don't get to regularly attend WWE shows. So when we do finally get to see a show live, it's also the first time for most of us that we are around so many other wrestling fans, and as a result, it feels like a novelty to be involved in a crowd chant. Don't think people are trying to shit on the product. I think people are genuinely excited to be in a room full of people chanting JBL or John Cena sucks. It's just fun, that's all. It's the same at football people screaming and shouting things that they wouldn't do at home. If you go to shows regularly, then this novelty would soon wear off. But at shows in the UK, 80% of the crowd are probably seeing their first live show. I think this makes a difference. On a side note, one chant that really makes me sick is when the crowd chants $9.99, WTF.
I mean, I think she makes a lot of fair points there. And, it's really a position that I've never considered that...
They're succumbing to peer pressure.
Well, I mean, I could see if you're going to your first show or your first couple of shows, I could probably see you getting caught up in all the
moment.
Yeah, but I've been going to shows for years, so maybe that's a fair point on her part. I do think that, especially with the UK where they don't probably get them as often as we do. I think that's all fair points and stuff that I haven't considered, and you probably are right to some degree. I don't know that I still don't. It still doesn't get a pass from me, but I mean that's cool.
Yeah.
Good point. I never considered it.
Okay. So good stuff. Thank you, Elizabeth. Certainly appreciate the feedback. Next one we have is from Richard saying congrats on 200 episodes.
Thank you.
I think that with a little mic skills, Seth Rollins will make everyone forget about CM Punk. He reminds me of a more refined Jeff Hardy. Rollins is the future, but the present is John Cena until he dies. With Brock sitting at home, being a loser, and doing nothing but collecting a paycheck, Rollins as Mr. Money in the Bank and Cena as #1 contender are basically representing the WWE as co-champion. Signing Lesnar to a shit deal was stupid. Having him end the streak was dumb. But having him sit on his ass while the rest of the WWE superstars show up and work is just plain messed up. Anybody being WWE champion would be better than Lesnar. Anybody, even El Torito as WWE champion, would be better. At least he would show up and be on TV like every other champion before him was. #Cena, #for life. What are y'all's thoughts on that?
Before the Brock Lesnar stuff, I don't know if Seth Rollins might be a little bit better on the mic than Jeff Hardy. I think.
Yeah. He's definitely coming along. He's finding his character and he's evolving his persona. So it's going to be coming along. He's definitely going to be a star in the future, or for the future, I should say. Mm-hmm. So good points on that. Doug, what do you think?
It's all stuff we sort of talked about before. I agree with people who are upset about Lesnar being gone for so long with the belt. I think that's like a logical position to have. Mm-hmm. I'm not happy about it either. I think some small part of me does think it makes the title feel a little more special, but it's still not enough to go through with something that I think is just foolish. I don't remember the rest of what you were talking about. I was trying to find. I think you missed some feedback that I was trying to maybe find, and that's why I didn't really hear it. But it's okay.
Okay. Yeah, good stuff. Thank you, Richard. Next bit of feedback we have is from 123MDF456 saying, I wish they would pair Adam Rose with Hornswoggle. Every good party needs little people. So, interesting thoughts. Interesting take on that.
I guess I just don't really care what they're doing with Adam Rose and the bunny thing. The bunny thing's getting more than Adam Rose.
It's
but
ridiculous.
To me, it's just like we talked about last week. I didn't I've only read what people said about his last character, Leo Kruger. I never really saw him, but I don't know. Like we said a million times, his theme and his entrance is over more than he is.
Definitely. So thank you for the feedback on that. Next bit of feedback is from Anthony saying, congrats on 200 episodes. So thank you very much, Anthony.
Thank you.
Last bit of feedback we have is from Jonathan Red Robin.
Yum!
Branch saying, I hate I didn't leave you guys a message, but congrats on 200 great episodes. Also, Tyler, shut the fuck up. I'm listening. I don't have anything to say. Or I don't have to say anything. Haha. I'm also curious to how you guys feel about the news that CM Punk will be writing a book for Marvel.
I just want to say, Jonathan Red Robin Branch, I love you.
That's so much love. So much love.
So much love. And I will shut the fuck up just for you. No, I think it's cool that he's writing a book. Or he's writing for Marvel, but he's doing a Thor annual, right? The Thor annual. I don't know what that exactly is, but that's pretty cool. They had an article on Marvel.com. Welcome to Marvel. What was it here? I hope you stay or something. Hope you can stay afloat or something. I don't know.
Hope you don't walk out.
No. But I hope everything turns out good. What I read that he wants to, what he's leading up to, he really wants to write a story about the Punisher.
That's cool.
Badly, but yeah.
We'll have to see
This
what
is
the
cool.
future holds.
Yeah.
I mean, I will give it a read for sure, just because I'm interested that CM Punk is quote unquote writing a comic book. I gotta. Part of me, like the cynical side of me, like really believes that he's like Jason Aaron and Ed Brubaker are his homeboys. So I doubt that he's gonna fucking slop some shit up. They're gonna let him write some shitty script that they're gonna try to push through. So I could see, like, at least in part of the script being ghostwritten by Brubaker or Jason Aaron, who are both fantastic writers. And I don't think they're gonna let their boy fuck up. I think this is sort of a tryout. I don't know how much faith I have. I think it's a cool project, but I don't know how much faith I have in Punk as a writer. I mean, of course, I've never read anything he's written. I mean, he wrote the foreword for the Avengers versus X-Men collection or whatever.
Yeah,
but
I have it.
That's writing a foreword is a lot different than writing a story. Yeah. So I don't know. It could be cool. Like supposedly it's like a drinking story where Thor is like a younger Thor is sort of like sitting around getting drunk, like bitching about not being able to have Mjolnir or something, and sort of like he's describing it as a like dad won't let me have the keys to the car type thing with Odin not giving him Mjolnir or saying he's not worthy or something like. So I don't know. We'll see. I'll read it for sure. I don't have 100% confidence that it's 100% CM Punk on the page, but we'll see.
Time will tell. So thank you for all the feedback. We certainly do appreciate it. Thanks for everyone who listened. But now it's time to dive on into Raw, the go-home show for Survivor Series, the push for your attention to go to the network and subscribe to that.
Hey, it's free this month.
It's free.
Oh wait, I was gonna say that you missed like a feedback, and I didn't want to.
Oh, did I?
Oh.
Well, I think the show got posted a couple different times, and people maybe posted on different ones.
Yeah. Well, I know there were a couple questions that I got. So we'll have to.
But you going from Christine?
Question?
No,
but we did do the feedback. She was the one talking about the fans in the UK.
that was Elizabeth.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I know. We got 2 girls the same week. It was
Whoa,
like,
this
wow.
is nuts.
yeah, I know. So
No, we got the one with the girl. No, there's another girl.
Chicks,
what?
man.
We have more than one girl listener? Okay. Yeah, I do remember seeing it.
I'm as shocked as you. It's just the
happened to
show
miss
got
it.
posted a couple of different times. I think
Yeah.
people posted on different shows. I'll read this real quick because I don't want to leave anybody out.
Okay.
From Christine.
Me.
Hey guys, congrats on the 200th episode. I meant to congratulate you last week, but she forgot. Her bad. Even though I don't comment much, I'm still listening every week and will listen as long as you record. Thanks for an awesome podcast. Thank you. I think this is sort of us like goading people to say, hey, let us know that you still listen even if you're not saying anything. And she said she also wanted to say something about the crowd chants. She doesn't pay attention to the crowd or commentary 90% of the time. I tune out most of it. I watch wrestling to do just that. I watch wrestling. I found that the chants and commentary took away from enjoying the action in the ring. Okay, guys. Thanks for that's all for now. Palm reader, booby kisses. I remember booby kisses. Hashtag I don't remember palm reader. I do remember booby kisses. But
That's actually a good talent. Ignoring all that stuff.
Oh, I was gonna say
I
booby
could-
kisses.
Booby kisses. That's actually a good talent too.
There's no way I could watch without commentary. It'd feel weird. I mean, I can.
But I think that's pretty talented because I can't. Like it's distracting. I mean, you're gonna listen to it, you're gonna hear it, and you go. But
I gotta have it on. I don't see how you can watch it because even when I watch Lucha or I watch Puro, even though I don't understand Spanish or Japanese, I fucking like listen to the commentary. I don't know what they're saying, but I sort of need the noise. I don't know.
Yeah. It's it's that excitement. in the announcers' voices, with the exception of Cole and Lawler and all of them. But yeah, thank you very much for the feedback.
Yeah,
sorry
thank you. We
I missed that one. It does happen from time to time, and I do apologize. But yeah, time to dive on into Raw. Go home show for Survivor Series. Didn't do that well of a job, in my opinion, to really sell you on needing to get the network. I mean, yeah, they did a good job like pushing the main event, but other than that, I don't feel like they did enough for the rest of the show. I mean, currently there is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches scheduled for Survivor Series, and I think the Fatal 4-Way is going to be a pre-show, but I'm not for certain on that. So, 3 hours for 5, maybe 4 matches, not a very good job as far as preparation. But, what can you do? But we kick things off with the Authority coming out, telling us how there's going to be a contract signing at the end of the night, and how, Team Authority is going to decimate everyone on John Cena's team. And Ryback comes out and says, I fight for my team.
Team Ryback.
Team Ryback.
You better stay neutral.
Stay neutral. So, what can you do? It was announced that Luke Harper had joined Team Authority.
Team player.
He is a team player. So,
I sound more like Luke Harper. I swear the last Raw, he sounded like Bray Wyatt. That's just me, though.
So, what were y'all's original thoughts on the opening segment?
I really don't have anything to say about it.
Yeah. I feel like some of these, we get so many of these opening segments for the show so frequently. I feel like I could skip the first 15 minutes and come in and catch the beginning of the first match.
I do like the energy of, like, hey, we're fighting because we're trying to keep our jobs, and like we're the powerful team here. We're dissecting Team Cena.
Yeah, but I think the problem is that it's all loss for Authority, but nothing if Cena's team loses.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like, okay, we have something to lose. What are you gonna lose?
Well, they, in a sense, they're still gonna if they lose, they have to work under like the tirade of, right. So in a sense of that, but I agree that it definitely lessens the draw of the match with not equal stakes.
Mm-hmm.
I do like the team though. I feel like, I know it's just because of the pay-per-view, but I feel like that would be kind of like a badass team.
I sort of hate the teams because they don't make a lot of sense.
Because of Mark Henry and Rusev?
Well, I don't like the Henry. It makes sense to me that the Authority would court all these big badass monsters, that they would want them all on the same team. But it doesn't make a lot of sense to me that those monsters who had been feuding would work together. At the very least, like if they were both to begrudgingly agree to be on the same team, like they could keep them separate and not have them have them standing shoulder to shoulder, acting like they never feuded 3 weeks ago, and then they come down in the same segment later, acting as a team.
Yeah.
And I don't. This is jumping way ahead. Spoilers later, but like the Rowan thing sort of bothers me too. Not so much because I sort of appreciated what they did with Bray, because Bray just said, "Hey, look, I'm done with these guys. They're released. They're doing their own thing now."
Yeah.
I feel like it sort of and I could buy Rowan maybe turning babyface out of that, just because that's just something that I feel like could happen.
Mm-hmm.
But I find it weird to have him on the opposite side as Harper, because they didn't tease, they never teased dissension between those guys.
They never showed any kind of tension.
That part is weird.
And basically that's the first time we've seen them interact with each other since. And in the closing segment,
that's the first time we've seen Rowan in the ring since the split.
Sure. And I could buy Rowan saying, "Hey, I could buy Rowan as a lost guy who's just looking for a spot to fit in," and he's like, "Well, I'll fight with these guys." But when shit jumped off in the closing segment, they paired off and were fighting each other. Rowan and Harper were slugging it out. They paired off. So that doesn't...
He was upset of all the times that Harper put his hand in his face and all that. Slapped him around.
Pulled him by his beard.
Yeah, I'm tired of the abuse.
See,
my brother.
There's
Grumpy Cat.
Yeah, it was sort of weird. Like those two things bother me a lot with the teams. I get why did they? They took Sheamus out, but why? Is there a reason? Is he going to be used somewhere else? Because they did an injury angle with him, right?
Yeah.
because Henry put him through the table.
Mhm.
So
What about also Ziggler, huh? Or no, Ziggler got hurt.
No, Ziggler came back.
Yeah, he did, but then didn't he lose? I forgot. No.
He lost. Well, we'll get into the
Yeah.
matchup, but
I buy the Authority courting all these monsters, but I don't buy the monsters working together.
right.
I buy the Authority saying, "Hey, we're taking people out on their teams," but I don't know. There's some shit around it that doesn't sit right.
It
with
seems like they teased. What, this is 2 people they taken off of Team Cena that they beat up. Well, Swagger was.
He was named as one.
And then he got taken
Like
out.
they never like officially said, "Oh, look, he's Team Cena." You know, it was Cena cutting a promo saying, "Oh, Swagger said he wants to be on the team," and then he's taken out.
Sure, and it's sort of weird because they're acting like Dolph Ziggler means a whole lot,
Mhm.
which I don't feel like he does. Which,
But he was the Intercontinental Champion.
well, I mean, like they've like I'm not the biggest Ziggler fan in the world, but the dude's over with people, so
Mhm.
you got to give him that much. But they have never acted like he's outside of that one like Money in the Bank, or was it Money in the Bank that he had? Cena beat him for it though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, outside of that, like that brief window where he had like the overnight title reign and the Money in the Bank and all that shit, they've never acted like, and even then they've never acted like he mattered at all. But now, because they don't have anybody on the roster, especially in the babyface, now they pretend like he means something. And it rings really false because they've never pretended like he's meant anything before.
Yeah.
So why am I supposed to buy that he means so much to Cena's team now when you've acted like he hasn't been a big deal his whole fucking career?
The fans that always loved him, who always believed in him, will like right now they're like, yeah, I knew this is where he belongs. They'll say all this stuff, and
I mean, it's honestly just because they need someone to act like they mean something to Cena's team.
Yeah.
Because who on Cena's team means anything other than Cena,
show.
Ryback.
Ryback, and Cena are like the focus of his team. No one else. Everyone else is just like,
You guys.
I mean, they're the opposite of like a member of the Authority team.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah,
I mean, the Authority team makes sense in that like Rollins and Kane would be on that. All that makes sense, but there's just like I don't know. There's enough of little things that bother me that like I just can't buy into the team.
Yeah.
I mean, I buy into them, but I can't. I'm just not happy with it. I'm just not happy with the booking. I think it's real weak booking. I think it's like the WWE is always sort of the open secret about the WWE has always sort of been that it's like, well, if it happened more than 6 months ago, it didn't fucking happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now they're like, if it happened fucking 3 weeks ago, it didn't matter. Now that's real extreme.
Yeah.
Like
That is a far stretch.
Oh yeah, the Mark Henry and Rusev stuff.
Next week it's going to be like Mark Henry and Rusev teaming up
Tag
to go
team.
1-on-1 against Big Show, or 2-on-1 versus Big Show.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like that about the WWE. I think there are a lot of companies out there that do a better job of rewarding people who pay attention and rewarding people who've been fans for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I always sort of hated how the WWE sort of rewrites this on history or pretend like it doesn't happen. But I've always sort of given them a pass because I feel like I am in the target demo for this shit, but I feel like they're trying to skew younger. And so there's this thing in like comics, or like in the past, not so much anymore because only geezers like me fucking like are keeping the comic book industry afloat, minus the movies. I'm talking like actual books here, people.
Right.
But there was this thing where in the past where I'm talking years ago, like in the 80s and shit,
Thousands of years ago.
maybe the 90s, where they were like, well, they break the characters and then they bring them back to the status quo, and that's because like they feel like they only have so many years to hook these kids. They have like, oh, maybe I have this kid from the time he's 12 to 15. That's when I can sell comics to this kid or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so they retell stories, they touch back on that stuff because they feel like they only have a small window. And I sort of give WWE a pass about that shit because I feel like they're trying to skew younger and they're like, okay, this is our window to hook these kids.
We got to get this generation.
So we will go back to the greatest hits and we will make sure that we'll act like this didn't happen if it suits our story now. But 3 weeks is fucking extreme, and I just can't give that a pass in any sense at all. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
And not to mention, like, this episode of Raw felt like they had lost direction on so many things. You know, like they had a lot of suggestive moments, like with the Lana picture suggestion, you know, what the bunny did to Adam Rose later on. You know, I felt like they lost track, and it was like, you know, for the Mark Henry and Rusev thing, all they had to do was have one backstage segment where Triple H is talking to Mark Henry saying, now, no, you know, you're past with Rusev or whatever, but we need you on this team. We need him on this team. We need y'all to coexist through the Survivor Series. Like, we need this. And
all they had to do is show them button heads in the back and him be like, hey, motherfuckers, we saw the paychecks. Do you want to get paid? Like, this is what...
Just something simple.
Keep them out of each other's shit. They don't even have to... They only have to coexist. Like, what's that? They only have to coexist in that one match. Yeah. They don't have to be buddy now. They don't have to all skip holding hands down to the ring to beat up Big Show. It's fucking stupid.
It is. It's pretty ridiculous. And, you know... and, you know... The whole where's your team captain while your teammates are getting beat down thing that happened during Raw.
Especially with him, like Cena's, especially when he's been talking all this shit about how, like, oh, these guys, I just need a team to make it.
I need someone to rally behind with me and
fight. Then go fucking make the save, asshole.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, this is stupid. Like, okay, I can understand if, you know, Cena might not even be here tonight. I guess he had a flat tire or something. Ha ha ha. So we're gonna take out his team. But no, they show him standing backstage watching the matches. Like, okay, it's so fucking mind-numbingly simple. Like, you can have your cake and eat it too. Cena just has to look like he tried to get there. He can get there late as long as they do the damage, but then Cena's running out the last minute to run him off. But they already put him through the table. He just wasn't in a position to get there fast enough to make the save. But he has to look like he's trying to make the save. Yep.
You can do the angle and still have Cena look like he tried to make the save.
Yeah.
Stupid.
It is stupid. It's incredibly stupid. And the fact that they didn't even do that makes Cena look awful.
Yes.
So, I mean, like, that's what, like, drives me insane. The fact that people are getting paid to come up with ideas that are being presented to us. And there are so many people who are like, this is idiotic. You know, it's like, what are they not seeing when they approve these ideas? You know? It's just,
I don't know.
It's so ridiculous, but I don't know. But, I mean, they kick off the Raw with the first match being Luke Harper going up against Dolph Ziggler. And they come back from commercial and say, oh, we've just been informed. This is for the Intercontinental Championship. But before the bell rings, Dolph Ziggler is attacked by Seth Rollins and security. Beat him down. Ref says, hey, I'm going to call this match. Dolph Ziggler says no. Does a good job of at least trying to fight back. You know, the going down with your head held high kind of stuff. But Luke Harper ends up getting the victory, becoming the new Intercontinental Champion.
I think it's interesting. Like, I'm interested to see how they play him as champ. Mm-hmm. How long it'll last. Like,
it's the cleanest thing he'll wear in years.
Well, I just find, like, I find it hard to when I think about Luke Harper and I think about his motivation, I think of him as a guy who is more interested in the fight than the accolades. So, like, I'm interested to see how they present what the title means to him, or if it means shit to him at all. Like, right? Like,
you know how, like, his shirt is always, like, stained and stuff?
Yeah.
What if, like, as the weeks go on, it starts, like, developing on the belt? Like, you just start seeing, like, different splotches and color stains and stuff. He's just, like, one of those guys who just, I'm just carrying this.
Greasy, grimy.
Yeah, just, like, I don't care about this. Whatever. The ref handed it to me and said, here, carry this until someone pins you.
Right.
So, but yeah, so Luke Harper ends up becoming the new Intercontinental Champion. Cena nowhere to be nowhere to be seen. Yeah, nowhere to be sound. Nowhere to be found as security, and Rollins deliver curb stomp to Dolph Ziggler, taking him out, so to speak. After that, we got to see the guest host of Raw, Grumpy Cat. All right, Miz and Ms. Dow are back there pitching a movie idea. What great TV. Oh, the fans will eat this one up. They'll love it. Right?
Nope.
Well,
right?
Nope.
I don't understand what the intent is here, because from my understanding, the fucking Grumpy Cat movie that they're pimping is on the Lifetime channel. I don't know what I don't know what crossover. I understand what crossover you're trying to get from Total Divas. I don't understand what crossover you're looking for the Lifetime channel.
They didn't even advertise anything for it.
Well, they can just, I guess, in their own write-ups and shit. I don't know, but I don't know, man. I don't know what's.
Again, it's one of those things. Paid writers are coming up with these ideas.
Well, see, I think this is beyond the writers. I think this was dictated to them that Grumpy Cat's going to be on the show. I don't think a room full of writers says, "Hey, we need to get Grumpy Cat and Larry the Cable Guy on this bitch." I think they said, "Hey, these guys are coming on the show. Fucking come up with something for them to do."
Yeah.
I think that is much more of like how it happened.
And Grumpy Cat seemed very interested as far as what was going on. I think she fell asleep a couple times, maybe.
Yeah.
Do you guys know that? I didn't know that it was a girl, first of all, and I didn't know that the reason she looks that way is because she has like feline dwarfism or whatever.
I did not know that.
So she has dwarfism.
I
for
knew it was
cats.
a she. I didn't know about the dwarfism.
That's why she looks that way, apparently.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Still looks a lot better than Natalia's cat.
No shit. Definitely cuter.
Yeah.
More expression, at least.
Sure.
So
More expression.
yeah.
I did see like 100 pictures of people holding her backstage.
All the superstars.
The Cesaro one like had me cracking up. He had like he had a cat.
The shirt was the best. Yeah.
Who's selling
So-
those shirts?
Right.
Or is that just a custom made one he made?
Probably. So next
would
up, we
buy
got
it.
to see Tyson Kidd going up against Adam Rose. Really short matchup. The focus was all on the bunny. Tyson Kidd ends up getting the victory, and Rose is unhappy with the bunny. Goes to take a swing at him. Bunny grabs him by the waist and starts just thrusting into him.
I don't
Butt
care.
fucking him.
Yeah.
I don't care about any of this stuff.
It was. I mean.
Adam Rose has turned heel. Tyson Kidd is a heel.
Yep.
Uh,
Logic.
Bunny should be unmasked soon so they can get rid of this bunny stuff.
They should just.
Or they're going to keep Bunny forever because he is on your favorite show on earth, Adam Cole and Jay Bill show.
Adam Cole.
Adam Cole and Jay
Cole,
Bill.
baby.
Yeah.
Adam Cole and Jay Bill show.
That'd be an interesting show for sure. So, yeah, I mean, this is just terrible. I don't know what they're doing, but after that, we got to see Bray Wyatt come out, cut a promo again on Dean Ambrose and his family. And then Dean Ambrose appears on the Titantron saying, "Oh, I'm not even here. It's magic. I recorded this on my buddy's cell phone. This ultra high definition."
But he seems a little different than usual, like last week and this week. Like it wasn't like goofy like the stuff
It was
before.
pretty goofy on this one. I didn't like it. But, you know, after the video ends, Dean Ambrose decides to attack Bray Wyatt, and Bray Wyatt runs off, leaving Dean Ambrose in the ring. So, thoughts?
I guess this is like still pretty new. We're only a couple of weeks into these guys feuding at this point, but never, ever, ever has the two crazy guys feuding felt so safe and tame.
Yeah.
You know, it just felt like
Oh, man.
the two guys that everyone's like supposed to be like, whoa, what the fuck is
They're
wrong?
out of control.
Yeah,
Oh my
it feels
God.
so
He
safe.
ran into the ring and hit him.
Feels so safe and so tame from the
What
two
a
crazy guys.
lunatic.
These are two crazy guys.
Two crazy mofos. So, yeah, I don't know. It's not good. So, next up, we got to see Cesaro going up against Ryback. And,
At least he didn't, I mean, he fought back and it was a back and forth thing, whatever. 'cause
yeah, Cesaro carried him to a great match. Or
I really
wouldn't
wanted
say great, but
I
it was
wanted
a good match.
Cesaro to win, but that's not going to happen.
Yeah. It was one of those things where it's like,
Focus
oh,
on
cool,
Ryback,
Cesaro's
so
coming out. Who's he
Ryback's
going up
gonna win.
against? Ah, crap. So,
Ryback's getting a push and not Cesaro.
mm-hmm. So, but Cesaro held his own, but Ryback was too much for him. So, what did you think about the match, Doug?
There were like some cool spots, some impressive like strength stuff from the guys, but it didn't like it felt like cool things in isolation and not like a match that melded like well together. It's
Yeah.
like there was no flow between the spots for me.
And how about the crowd during this whole night? They were pick and choosy. Like there were times where they were just completely dead, and other times they were chanting for JBL, and other times they were, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think they knew what they were doing. So, but after that, we got to see Lana come out. Ryback got the win. Lana come out, cut a promo.
Have you seen her with her hair down?
Yeah, she looks really good.
It throws me off. It like seeing her that way. I'm
Yeah.
just like,
Like keep it
like,
back and tight. Keep it in the bun so I know who you are.
I mean, I'm not saying like she looks bad. I'm just saying like it throws me off. I was like, is that fucking her? I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. Right?
I wonder how many people tried to search for those pictures that Lana was hyping, but turned out to be Vladimir Putin
No,
on the Titan
topless.
stream. Yeah. So yeah. And then we get Heath Slater coming out and saying, "Hey, y'all need to shut up. I'm representing America tonight. Ding ding, you bitch, or son of a bitch, or whatever."
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, which they censored that, but whatever. The match lasted about 30 seconds. Rusev ends up getting the win. Anything to add from it?
That's what it should have been. I mean,
Yeah. Poor Heath Slater. I guess since Zack Ryder's out.
You son of a bitch.
Yep. So next up, we get to see another segment with Grumpy Cat, Miz Dow, and Miz. Eric Rowan getting involved with it, saying, "Here, kitty, kitty, I want that cat," and grabs the stunt double Grumpy Cat, and presumably walks away. So that is what happened. So next up, we got to see Big Show come out. Stephanie McMahon interrupting him, cutting a promo. Hey, walk away from Team Cena, and I'll put you in the Hall of Fame. But if you don't, then
Did you think she was gonna play up their friendship when she was a little girl, like she like did?
he looked like he was about ready to cry. So I was like, God, they're
He
gonna do
always
something
cries.
like that.
She always brings up being friends with him as a little girl. He always cries. Isn't it odd that this is like the one like this is like there's spots, there are bits and pieces and spots of continuity they choose to always remember, and their friendship always gets remembered. That's so weird to me.
Yeah, they're such good friends. So, but he was Andre the Giant's
She's always trying to
son.
fuck him over.
Yeah,
It's interesting that they chose to go. You were billed as Andre the Giant's son. Was a little weird too.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it
I
was
mean, everyone knows, but still, like to.
it was pretty funny also to hear her say, I mean, you switch your mind, you change your mind like every year. Like we don't know who you're fighting for, and so it's like, well, okay, at least they're bringing that up as well. They're addressing it. So they are then interrupted by Sheamus, and Stephanie says, "Oh, good, you're both here, so you're gonna fight each other. Have at it." So that brings up the next match: Big Show versus Sheamus. Look at this guy.
I tricked you.
He's
I
creating
tricked
a
you.
distraction from the show.
I didn't do shit.
We're trying to
I was
run a
trying to
business
talk. I
here.
was trying to talk.
Put that away.
And then
What
you're
were you
like,
trying to
oh.
say? You go ahead.
I don't
Hey,
know what I was
yours.
going to say.
We're
This
sorry
is-
you
Floor is
cut
yours,
you off.
Tyler.
Yo,
Say it.
sorry, to cut you off. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, you better be sorry. Yeah, Sheamus came out. And that's about it.
You had to read the notes to know where we even were.
I was distracted.
You're over there texting your ass off for the past 30 minutes.
And then I put this on his mouse. No.
Put that away. So yeah, so Big Show going up against Sheamus, reluctant at first, but then they go at it.
Not reluctant enough for my taste. Like they're both baby faces, and I like that they didn't do the we're not gonna fight each other. They should have wrestled, but they went really quick to the sort of cheap shots. It's like why don't they wrestle like a clean wrestling match without strikes and stuff where they just a sporting contest with each other. You know, that's what they should have done. They went really quick to the losing their tempers with each other.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the Fighting Irishman. Hot-tempered.
It didn't play to me. It didn't play we're frustrated over this whole situation, so we're losing our temper quick. To me, it played one of us has got to get mad so that we can punch each other.
Also, there's a title shot
wrestle-
involved. They're like, whoever wins get a title shot.
Yeah.
too.
But that played out as bullshit to me. I thought she was just stringing them along.
It's kind of one of those where they
because we knew they
two
were
guys who disagree on something and they're push each other on the arm,
Right.
and the other one's like ha 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 and pushes him back and ha 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 and pushes him a little harder, and then they just start fighting. And
Yeah, I mean, they could have just wrestled They could have just wrestled a sporting hold for hold. They could have not no punches or kicks, just wrestled each other cleanly. That's all they had to do. That's what I would have preferred.
Yep.
And then they could have been like, well, she's pissed off that she's not maximizing on taking advantage of the situation. Then she sends the troops out to fuck them over.
Yep. Wait until they're weak.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
Weak sauce.
yeah, the match ends in a no contest after Mark Henry and Rusev skip down the ramp hand in hand, all happy together, to destroy Sheamus and Big Show. Rusev putting Big Show in the, what was it, Accolade? I can never remember. Yes. So, and then Sheamus getting put through the table from the World's Strongest Slam. Da 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 da.
Boys be boys.
Slam. Da, 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 da. So, once again, Cena nowhere to be found.
Sound.
So, whatever. After that, we get to see AJ, or so we think. It's actually Bree. She's coming out, skipping to the ring, and she's going to be facing Nikki in an exhibition. And AJ is on commentary. And Nikki's unhappy because Bree's trying to fight back, and AJ causes a distraction, and Bree gets the win with a roll-up. Never seen that before. So, and then AJ attacks both of the Bellas. So, what did you think about this, Doug?
I mean, it was fine. I sort of hate AJ. I know people are going to be like, "Oh, fuck the Bellas. The Bellas are garbage." Yeah, but AJ's the one that's supposed to be good. You're supposed to expect more from her. So, like, I can't buy her character at all. I buy it, but it's like, again, it's the worst parts of CM Punk's babyface shit. It's like if you're too cool to give a fuck about anything, then why do I give a fuck? Like, I don't know. She's just the smarmiest babyface since CM Punk. Jesus Christ. And I hate that. Probably sounds like misogynistic or sexist or something that I'm like I'm equating who she is with her husband, but she really does fucking do his gimmick. Like, that's his fucking gimmick. It's too cool
for his words coming out of her mouth.
It absolutely is. And it's fucking it just pisses me off.
What? Yep. So Bree ends up getting the victory on Nikki. Nikki's unhappy and then gets attacked by AJ. So after that, we get a video package from Big E.
Well, earlier tonight there was a Kofi one.
Yes, there was a Kofi one, same that we got last week, but this week we get a Big E one talking about there's going to be a new day. So it looks like Big E, Kofi, and Xavier Woods all part of the new day that's on the horizon. So
I hope it's good.
I hope so. Like, I want these three guys to succeed, but I don't know. So next up, we got to see the main event of Raw, a 8-person tag match, Gold and Stardust, Miz and Mizdow going up against the Usos and Los Matadores. So what y'all think about this matchup?
I don't know. Like, I don't know what it is about these tag matches. I'm just not getting into them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like I know that's all they have, but I'm tired of these.
Yeah. We need new, fresher tag teams, better feuds, newer feuds. Because, I mean, this really is like the tag team division.
That's
4
it.
teams.
Yeah.
That's all we got.
Yeah.
So, what's going to happen after this? Perhaps the Ascension. That's the only thing we can hope for, is someone new. So, we'll have to see.
Don't know.
I'd rather see the fucking Sin Cara, fucking
Lucha.
what is
The Lucha Dragons or something like that?
El Calypso?
yeah, that's what he's called now, Calypso.
Calypso?
Yeah, I would rather see those guys come up because I don't know. Like, I have my doubts about the fucking what are the guys' names again?
Ascension.
Yeah, I have my doubts about the Ascension.
Like I said, I watched the last episode of NXT, and it was really, really enjoyable.
Yeah. They're doing a good job down there.
I haven't seen any of his NXT shit, but Samurai de Soul was good, and I think like Sin Cara's been solid. So I'd much rather see them come up. I don't know.
Yeah. So maybe we'll get both teams. That'd be a nice change of pace. But after that, we got the contract signing, the signing that never happened, technically. Authority talking about, we've decimated everyone. There's no shame in backing out. And, bring out Team Cena, and it's just John Cena, and he's not afraid of any of them, so he's going to cut a promo about Swamp in their pants and puking and haha and laughing. And I think Triple H's reaction to what Cena was doing best represented how I was feeling. He was, doing the talking gesture with his hand. He was acting like he's falling asleep. He was overly acting with a laugh, sarcastically laughing. Like, oh, that was such a good one. Oh, that's funny. So, I don't know. Before the Cena team came out, what did you think about this? What did you think about Cena's promo?
He did a real shit job of getting over the importance of the match. If
Yeah.
it's so fucking important, he shouldn't have been so
Goofy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that brings out Dolph Ziggler and Big Show, and what we think is the next, or no, it was Luke. No, it wasn't Harper. It was Eric Rowan who comes out next.
By the way, are they both using the same music?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they were.
Wow.
So that'll be interesting. But
They're going to have to change that.
then Steph and Triple H were teasing them and were like, hey, you're still outnumbered. You still don't have a fifth member. And then Cesaro's music hits.
I popped for Cesaro.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck yeah.
And the fact that he comes out and pulls his knee pads up, I was like, oh, damn, this shit's about to get real. And then he stands next to him and looks over to him and starts laughing. And I was like, damn it, don't play with my emotions like that.
Well, I thought they both were. I thought Rowan and him were both going to do it because when Cesaro turned, you could tell he was going to fucking jump ship. But I thought him and Rowan were both going to, so it's sort of weird.
It's like, damn it.
They
Why
need to do
not? What
something
the
with
fuck else are they going to do with him?
Yeah. He's in
I
hot
wonder if
water.
it's a test. You know how like some people are in hot water, they give them tests. Hey, you're gonna lose for a while, and then
like Sandow?
Sandow, like who did
Like
that a while
Ryback?
back? MVP did
Yeah,
that.
Ryback, yeah. It's just so tough.
You're hot shit. Oh yeah, you're tag teaming with Curtis Axel.
No, God damn it!
So then that brings out the actual fifth member of Team Cena, Ryback. And the crowd went hot, saying, feed me more, feed me more, feed me more. And then they brawl, and John Cena puts Triple H through a table. And that closes out the show. Da-da-da-da-da. So, overall thoughts on Raw?
Meh.
Meh. Doug?
I was really unhappy with the show. I know a lot of people are down on the Fed right now. I am too, but I think it's mostly because the Survivor Series, the traditional Survivor Series match is taking up such a large portion of the show, and I feel like it's so poorly booked.
Yep.
I feel like that's why I'm so down on it right now. Nothing else is really lighting my world on fire either, but I feel like that's just such a burden on the show. But then again, they don't really have a choice but to make it such a big part of the show with the title being gone.
You got a team captain who doesn't care about his team. The guy who's on his own team joining the
I'm on Team
face
Ryback,
team.
but I'm also on Team Cena.
It's a mess.
You got the two guys who hated each other 3 weeks ago and now are coexisting without any problems. It's just,
It's a mess.
it's a nightmare. It's
It's
awful.
a new day.
But I guess with that being said, we got to hear those picks.
We got to hear those picks. We got to hear those picks.
Because Survivor Series going to be taking place this Sunday. Really, for some reason I thought it was next Sunday, but
That would be
Thanksgiving weekend.
Weekend.
Yeah. So
I feel like I can feel the food poisoning coming over me.
uh-oh.
I really feel sort of weird.
Feeling queasy?
A little bit.
You think like the Halls might have done something as well?
You
Nah,
get food poisoning
nothing.
from taco shells? I mean,
I don't
you get
know.
food poisoning from anything, I guess.
It's improperly cooked or improperly stored.
I don't
you
think it was
never
the
know.
meat. I think it was the shell. Can you get it from like a stale? That would be like eating
That's what I
stale
was thinking, the
chips.
shell. I mean, I don't
It
know.
might, it might just be messing with your stomach a little bit, uneasy. So we'll breeze through the rest.
I
of
mean,
the show.
I'm gonna live. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't cause for alarm or anything. I'm just saying, like, it's almost like I can feel like some yuckiness coming in.
I'll tell you if you turn gray.
Yeah, you do that. So Survivor Series taking place this Sunday. Tyler, we'll let you kick things off. There's, I think there was 5 matches announced so far. I'm sure maybe on SmackDown they'll have a couple
before
more. But
that, didn't they say like part of the pre-show? Or no, the panel is Paul Heyman,
Wade Barrett, and Fandango with Rosa Mendez.
Wow, new act.
Yeah, that's his new whatever. Yeah.
So I guess
new.
Is that
Watched
for
that
sure?
movie the other night. Yes.
I guess we'll go with that. Or did we say that already?
Say what?
This. Did you? No, we didn't. The Gold Dust versus.
It has been announced.
Oh, it
yes.
has or hasn't?
It has.
Okay, so we go with that.
Okay. Yeah, we don't know if it's pre-show or not.
Oh, okay. That's why I had
the
a
only
question
thing.
mark. Okay.
Yeah.
That's why.
So Gold and Stardust versus the Usos versus Miz and Mizdow versus Los Matadores in a fatal four-way for the tag team championship. So we love the booking on this one. We are so excited for the feud.
Since they're high on Mizdow, give it to Miz and Mizdow.
Yeah, Miz and Mizdow. Strike while the iron is still lukewarm.
Lukewarm.
Yeah.
I like that.
All right, so Miz and Mizdow, your pick. All right, Doug?
I can see the logic behind picking Miz and Mizdow, but I don't think that the story with them, I don't think is them succeeding together. I think the story is them feuding over who's responsible for the success. And I guess you could do that with the tag belts, but technically they're both champions then. So I feel like it's... Although, yeah, I can't see them going up against Harper either, so I guess I could see them putting the belts on them.
I see that they getting the belts because nothing in WWE makes sense.
Nothing else makes sense.
I go for Miz and Mizdow.
That's why Los Matadores are going to win. No, so who are you picking?
I don't know. I'm still thinking.
Okay, I'm going to pick Miz and Mizdow to win as well.
You're right, because before they gave it to Harper, I could have seen them playing that out with Ziggler after he was done with the whatever. But yeah, I'm going to say I'll make it unanimous. Miz and Mizdow.
All right. So there we go. So Doug, what's the next match we'll be discussing? There's the Divas Championship, the Divas Survivor Series match, Bray Wyatt versus Dean Ambrose, or Team Cena versus Team Authority.
Let's say the Divas Survivor Series match.
Divas Survivor Series match. It was actually announced earlier today. Alicia Fox, Natalya, Naomi, and Emma versus Paige, Summer Rae, Layla, and Cameron. And it's a traditional Survivor Series elimination match.
I'm going to say the babyface team.
Babyface team, Alicia Fox, because she's a babyface now. Natalya, Naomi, and Emma to win.
Well, they had their one match blow off to her feud with
that she waited so long for against Paige.
Yeah, I'm taking the babyface.
All right, Tyler, how about you?
I'm taking the heels.
Heels. Interesting. I will say team face. Yeah. Alicia Fox, Natalya, Naomi, and Emma. This won't count towards it, but any predictions on who survivors will be? Alicia Fox, Naomi, Natalya, Emma. For you.
I'm going to say Natalya and Naomi.
Okay. Tyler, you picked the heel team. Who's the survivor? Paige or survivors? Paige, Summer Rae, Layla.
Paige.
Just Paige? Lone survivor? All right.
I can tell you who's going to be eliminated first.
Who's that?
Summer Rae.
Interesting. All right.
I predict.
Yeah.
This is jumping ahead a little bit, but have you seen the Fandango's entrance on WWE 2K15?
Not yet.
What in the fuck is wrong with Summer Rae's face when she comes out with them? There's something.
Does she look like a bird?
No, it's something.
I can't
about
wait to see this thing.
Yeah, it's fucking. The face, her face looks really weird.
We'll have to look into that. So there you go.
I'll look at it in a little bit.
So good stuff. So 2 for faces, 1 for heels. Let's dive into the Divas Championship match. Nikki versus AJ. There's actually rumor going around that AJ is possibly set to leave the WWE after the Survivor Series, leading more rumors that she's going to drop the title to Nikki. So I don't know.
She's going to be riding Captain Marvel annual next year.
Yes.
Joking. She's taking Punk's gimmick.
So I don't know. I feel like this whole thing is going to lead to Nikki winning the title, only to lose it to Brie.
That's what I'm going with.
Yeah, so I'll say Nikki to win.
I'll say Nikki as well.
Third.
Yeah. All right, so unanimous picking Nikki to win the Divas Championship, despite what a lot of the internet fans want.
Internet is for porn.
I'm going to do an internet. So, Tyler, we'll let you pick up the next matchup. There's only 2 remaining.
Bray Wyatt versus Dean Ambrose.
Good answer. So, Bray Wyatt versus Dean Ambrose, 1-on-1 traditional matchup. Who are you going to go with on this one? And why?
Fuck. I'm going to pick Dean Ambrose. I feel like Dean is always losing.
Okay. Dean Ambrose to win. Doug?
I'm gonna say Ambrose solely on the fact that I feel like I have so many heels going over other than him. I feel like, do I have any baby faces whatsoever going over? I was like,
Diva Survivor Series.
Well, that's a whole fucking team of them, right?
Yep. That's 4. That's 4 right there.
Yeah, but it only counts once.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I would feel like logic would dictate that Wyatt would go over first, and I would feel like logic would dictate that because...
Now, Doug, this is WWE we're talking about.
I would feel that logic would also dictate that Wyatt goes over because Ambrose got his hands on him nice on Raw.
Yeah.
Or at least had the jump on him. So you would think that would dictate that Wyatt would go over here, but who the fuck are... I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Wyatt does go over. Who do you think?
I'm going to see this one being a no contest. I feel like you're bringing
2 crazy guys can't be contained.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's not enough. It's going to be
double knockout.
It's going to be a double count out or a double disqualification or some kind of something like that. I don't see this one ending clean because you don't want Ambrose to lose his momentum. You don't want Wyatt to lose his momentum. So they're at a stalemate with this. You don't want to have Bray Wyatt take time off to revamp his character only to come back and lose. So, what do you do?
I'm going to give it to Wyatt.
Wyatt? Tyler?
Ambrose.
And I'm going no contest or double disqualification, however you want to word it. No winner on this one. So
this is the most varied our
or
picks
Dean
have
Ambrose
been.
wins by disqualification due to Bray Wyatt using a weapon. What were you saying?
I feel like this is the most varied our picks have been in like ever, maybe.
Possibly. Yeah, we're kind of all over the place. So
it's because everything's so poorly booked that you can't get a real
wild
feel.
card, bitches.
You can't get a real feel for what they're trying to do with it.
Yeah. So that takes us into the final matchup that's been announced so far. Team Cena versus Team Authority, traditional 5-on-5 elimination Survivor Series matchup. John Cena, Dolph Ziggler, Big Show, Eric Rowan, Ryback going up against Seth Rollins, Kane, Mark Henry, Rusev, and Luke Harper. So who are you guys going to pick with this one? Keep in mind that if Team Authority loses, Triple H and Stephanie lose their power, but they still have jobs.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like,
dim the brakes.
Why you don't put a stipulation, I guess.
Yeah.
Unless you're gonna use it. I mean, they didn't even bother making a second stipulation.
Let's make things interesting.
Well, I don't know because the last pay-per-view they had a 2 out of 3 falls matchup that ended in 2. So, can you really put it past them?
You're right.
He put the stipulation in motion to motivate them to be even more ruthless. So,
can you see the? I mean, just before you even make a pick, can you see the show without the Authority right now? I mean, without Triple H and Stephanie, not Rollins and Kane, obviously.
No.
I mean, I can see
that would force Vince McMahon to come back on.
No, I mean, they could easily find someone else to do it.
Technically, they could.
I mean, I can see Rollins walking around with Mercury and fucking Noble following him around and shit. But it feels like they're so desperate for star power that there's no way they would let them like get beat here, right?
Yeah, Stephanie's their top female heel.
She might just be their fucking top heel.
Yeah.
I mean, Lesnar's out, so she might by default be the number 1 heel.
So, I don't know. I can
see it going either way.
Yeah, it really could go either way, but for prediction's sake, I'm going to say Team Authority wins. Seth Rollins is the lone survivor. Yeah, that's all I can think of. I don't know how Cena's going to go out.
See, that fucks my picks then, because if I'm going to go Team Authority, I should have won Ambrose.
Yeah. Well, here's something that I'm thinking. This thought crossed my mind last night, and I just remembered it. Say before the matchup, Team Authority gets their hands on Harper or Rowan, whichever one is on Team Cena. I can never remember their names. So takes him out, and oh no, Team Cena is down a man. How are they going to overcome these odds? And then as the heels make their entrance, and then
Cesaro trolls them again. He's like, "I'll be on the team, guys."
No,
Nope.
not Cesaro.
No, he doesn't actually. He just acts like he is a second.
Right.
Time.
No. But the faces come out. They're standing in the ring, 4-on-5. Oh God, how are they going to overcome the odds? All of a sudden, Randy Orton's music hits. He becomes the new fifth man, and they brawl. And if that's the case, Team Cena will win.
Yeah, I mean, I think if they bring Orton out, then Team Cena wins. Like, because they've got Ryback, Cena, and Orton. They're not making all those dudes do the job.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I'm going to say if Orton does not show up, it will be, or will Orton appear mid-match while Cena's in the ring, deliver an RKO to someone, and get John Cena disqualified by default? Because I'm thinking, like, how are you going to take out John Cena? Like, it's gotta be some foul play involved because he doesn't get pinned.
Orton RKO's all 10 people and leaves.
Leaving a new meme, RKO everyone. So
you know what?
Eat, sleep, RKO.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna change. I'm changing my Wyatt and Ambrose pick to Ambrose. I'm gonna say Ambrose wins. I'm gonna go with Team Authority, and I'm gonna say the survivors of Team Authority are gonna be Seth Rollins and Rusev, because they're out of their fucking minds to put Rusev in this match just to do the job, because he didn't they shoehorned him in. They didn't need him in this match at all. Mm-hmm. So if you put him in this match just to fucking lose, you're stupid.
Or he'll win. He'll get himself disqualified. Like he won't break the hold or something, and so the ref will say, "All right, that's it. You're out of here." But saying that he still hasn't been pinned.
What I'm gonna say is Authority's gonna win. Rollins and Rusev are going to survive. Rusev is going to eliminate Cena, and they're going to roll that into Rusev and Cena.
Interesting. It's
That's my guess.
Good thought process.
I pick Team Cena.
Team Cena.
And the surviving members will be Cena and Ryback.
Cena and Ryback. Interesting.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Why would you bring Ryback back to fucking lose, right?
Yep.
God damn it.
These assholes.
Fuck you, Tyler. I might switch. Yeah, why? Like okay, look, Tyler's probably right, because they are stupid to put Rusev on the team if he's going to lose. But
and they're also stupid to put Ryback in there.
Right.
Wanting to build him up.
Right. So why make the stip if you're not going to use it? Even though it'd be weird. And second, why Ryback just fucking came back like 3 weeks ago? Why throw him on the team to lose?
Yep.
Also, what if Rusev walks out and he's like, "Stupid Americans," and just walks out?
Yeah,
Lana's
fuck yeah. Why didn't he just do that? He's like, fuck.
Lana's like, "Come on, let's go. We're out of here."
Like Lana, yeah, because Lana's like, "Fuck you, Stephanie. You thought you were gonna talk some tough shit to me. No, fuck that. I'm switching back. I'm gonna go with Wyatt. I'm gonna take Wyatt, and I'm gonna take Team Cena." I don't fucking know. I'm just gonna final answer that.
Can't predict anything.
Okay, final answer. I'm taking Wyatt, and I'm taking Team Cena.
All right. Final answer?
Final answer.
No going back?
I don't know, but if Tyler pulls something out of his ass, I might have to reconsider.
No, I'm official with my pick. So,
All right,
so you're Team Cena.
Team Cena.
You're Team Cena.
Can I get the heel girls and the Survivor? Can I run through my picks again?
Just for that, he's picking Los Matadores to win.
No, I'm gonna keep Miz and Mizdow. I'm gonna take the heel girls in the Survivor Series team. I'm gonna take Nikki in the title match.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take Wyatt, and I'm gonna take Team Cena. Is that all the matches?
That's all the matches.
Final answer. Final answer. Tyler, shut up. I can't do this again.
Locked and loaded.
I'm sorry.
All right. So I'll be Team Authority on this one. So yeah, there you go.
Some good picks.
Those were some great picks.
Those were some great picks.
Do you see him mouthing it along as we were doing it to get his timing right?
Keep time.
Good stuff.
Metronome.
So yeah, there you go. So let us know what you think about our predictions. Post your predictions in the comment sections wherever you may be listening.
Yeah, we want to hear from y'all.
Now it's time to go into some hot topics. For those of you who have not heard, I know a lot of our listeners had their hearts broken over the course of the past week. Apparently, the Great Khali has been released.
Sad times. Sad times. No celebrating.
Shut your mouth. Pouring out for the homies.
Hopefully some other organization will pick him up. Bring him on.
What's mediocre Khali doing here?
Yeah, it is what it is.
Hopefully
I know a while back, like in the past, like they didn't want to let him go or whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know.
Maybe they'll be bringing in someone new. New.
Hope TNA picks him up. They put the strap on him, and
Bobby Lashley versus Khali.
that's Bobby Roode. Yeah.
Bobby, yeah.
Battle
Bobby
of the
Roode, sorry.
Bobbies.
Bobby. Kurt Angle versus Khali.
Other sad news. Brad Maddox has also been officially
I don't know where I
released.
saw it, if it was it was on the
It was like one of
network
those
app.
backstage
Yeah, he
app
was like,
segments.
he came back and he was like, have you ever?
That looked like they were going to do something with him.
And then boom, he's gone.
It's like, no.
Just because we brought up TNA. Speaking of TNA, they supposedly have a deal in place with Destination America.
Destination America. That's what it was.
Which I know for sure I do not fucking have because I went through all my channels.
I don't even know what that is.
It is.
It's like the sister station of Discovery.
Well, just so you can, just to give you a comparison, Spike is in like 92% of American homes.
Yeah.
This channel is like in like 50% of American homes or something.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah. So their deal is.
Are they also like saying that, hey, if you subscribe, can you watch the episodes on the
On
website?
demand.
I don't think so.
They did have a demand thing for a while, huh? TNA.
Yarp.
I don't know, but like I for sure don't have Destination America. I looked.
How will
Maybe
you
if you
live?
have some swank ass like double extended cable package. I don't
Oh
know.
shit! I'm gonna watch Impact.
You have to have all 7,000 channels in order to get that one.
It's the last one on the dial. You have to have them all.
You can't go around. So yeah, there you go. Other bit of hot topic news.
But they only have one show left that they've taped that's going to air, and maybe this week that it airs. Tomorrow, it may air. Probably now if you're listening to it, if this is Wednesday. Probably
Yeah.
they're preempted for Thanksgiving, and they're preempted like 3 other times this month for other shit. And they've got like supposedly best ofs through the rest of the year. They only have one taped episode left.
that's alarming.
Well, they were just doing them a solid because
Yeah.
to keep them on TV until whatever. But supposedly,
Speaking of members of TNA, did you see that thing that was on like Chris Hero posted? Where I don't know what event it was, but Kurt Angle was in the ring.
it was Jersey All Pro. They had they've been gone for a while. They came back this past weekend. They had their first show in a while, and like Angle suplex Hero or whatever, Germaned them.
That's cool.
Nice. So for those of you who like guest hosts on Raw, you're gonna love next week, Larry the Cable Guy.
Fuck you. Fuck who. Fuck everybody in the world because that's the thing that's happening.
God damn it! I would take Grumpy Cat any day.
Get her done.
Grumpy Cat didn't say one fucking annoying thing. It just sat there and looked like
Just sat there and looked
That's
pissed
true.
off. It's like, why am I
God
here?
damn it! Get these people away from me.
You're giving me money that I can't use.
I bet the owner
My
of that
owner's
cat.
gonna use
The
it.
owner is
Yeah.
happy. I don't do nothing. I'm on the camera. I'm not on the camera. And my
You got
cat's doing
another
all the work.
0 to that check, and you got a deal. So yeah. So with that being said, WWE 2K15 officially released. We'll turn it over to our own Tyler.
Officially.
Don't call me a bear, to give you all the lowdown on that. You've had a little bit of time to play it, but
2 or 3 hours.
yeah.
I played exactly 3 matches. Exactly 3 matches is all I've touched of it.
Did you reserve it or did you buy it today?
I just picked it up today.
Oh, so you don't get Sting,
He will eventually become downloadable.
yeah, he
That's
will
gonna be-
eventually.
but you don't get him day one.
You know,
Hey,
I've been every single day at work.
Yeah,
I
that's
would-
right. Fuck me as I'm playing Sting.
Fuck your Sting.
Fuck your Sting. Fuck both of your Stings.
Sting versus Sting.
Yeah, every day I would check to see what's the new.
Sting on a pole match.
Sting on a full match. The reviews are mediocre. Well, no, it's actually better than the last gen
Yeah.
stuff. But I find it And this is not a review, what I'm about to say. It's just stuff that I
Wait for the official review in probably next week or the week
next
after
week.
that.
Yeah, this is just stuff I've noticed. For the
Are you
hours
off all next week?
No, I am off Thursday and Friday.
That must be nice. I think I'm
just
just
off
off
Thursday.
on Thursday.
Me too. Same here. When does Sushanth come in?
He's coming in Thursday
Okay,
and staying until Sunday. So
nice.
game night.
Hey,
whatever we
don't
want
let him leave. I mean, I'm sure I'll see him, but don't let him leave without me talking to him.
to-
I
Okay,
talk to him.
Yeah.
cool. Okay, so I just played matches off the bat. The first person I played as is Bray Wyatt, and he's it's so fucking fun, and like the graphics are beautiful. I would have to say on certain things.
Let me say this: it's a very good looking game, except for I found it very weird whenever you roll out to the floor, and you can see like the it's not a map, but just like the blackness of the floor or whatever. It sort of engulfs the guys. It looks really weird.
Huh?
and
I haven't
fake.
seen that.
Roll out to the floor or jump out.
Is it like a new thing? Is it glitch or is that?
No,
okay.
it's not a glitch. It's just the way the floor looks makes it look like this weird, like
Darkness.
yeah. Just
It
roll out
looks
to
like
the
it's
floor.
tall, huh?
Just roll
Like
out to
on
the
sides.
floor and look. It looks fucking weird. It is a very good looking game. I sort of like how they redesigned the menu system too, with like the pictures.
Mhm.
I played 3 fucking matches. There's a lot of people talking about a lot of shit that's missing. I haven't even really gone through and seen what's missing. I played 3 fucking matches. And
Well, I think they talk about modes. What I think like moves and stuff. They didn't take anything with moves out. I think they added different motions and how like they redid a lot of moves. I think they mocapped a lot of moves and stuff like
it feels like it.
the hits and stuff seem like fucking powerful when they do that. And like, what's so awesome is like
You're right about that. The strikes do feel.
Oh my
The
God.
strikes look more like impactful.
Like I'm like about to hit you. You know how like if you're doing strikes or whatever, like certain times you just hit someone. Like randomly when you hit that, they'll grab the other person randomly and then hit you in the head. Like they bring you in and hit you. Like in the last games, they didn't really do that. And like certain things I've noticed was like when I'm doing certain moves to you, and you're right by the ropes, he will drag you to the middle of the ring and then do the move.
I don't know if I like that because it happened a lot of times. Anytime it feels like anytime you're gonna do a grapple and you're too close to the ropes, they pull him to the center, like collar and elbow tie up and drag him to the center and then do the move. I feel like that's gonna get like real repetitive and real annoying. I don't know. It feels weird. Like, I mean, I can appreciate detail to like he wouldn't have enough room to do that move there, but I feel like it's like something you'd let slide for in the name of keeping the game going and not dragging him to the middle every time. The only couple of things I noticed was you definitely go out to the floor and look at the weird black like engulfing floor. The pulling the guys to the center to do like grapple moves, that was weird. And the only other thing that I really have anything to say about until we get more time with it is I sort of like the mini game, the collar and elbow tie mini game.
I do.
I don't know if the more and more I play it, it's going to get old and annoying. But for right now, I think it does a good job of sort of like getting like the fill out process of like a match. Like it sort of like signifies that in a match where guys are filling each other out, like and just doing some tie up shit at the beginning. So I like that. I don't know if it's going to get old or not, but it seems cool.
Also, they changed the momentum meter and all that stuff. Like they add that. I like how like when you're beating them up, and then sometimes they just crawl and they finally like get up to their knees and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Some crawl to the ropes and step up like that too, which I think is really neat too. One of the reversals I thought was fucking cool as hell. I was playing Sting versus Brock Lesnar, and I reversed Brock, and I hit his arms away and slapped the piss out of his face like that. I was like, holy shit, that was fucking awesome. Like they redid a lot of stuff though, but I feel like with certain moves, I feel like the camera is shaky.
Hey, what's up with the momentum like finisher thing where he's like, it's not like you're storing it, but he'll be like crouching like he's ready for you. But he does it anyway. Like you'll press it and he'll get ready. I've done it with like two of the 3 guys I played with. It's like it's some like weird like momentum finisher or something like.
But who's the guys you played as? Because I know like Bray Wyatt, but he'll do like the corner thing and then do his stuff. And then Randy Orton, it was like a momentum where he would run towards you, then do the RKO and stuff.
I played with Brian, Cesaro, and Harper. And Brian, it was like it wasn't like a store thing. It was like instead of like, you know how if two guys were squared off and you would just hit the finisher and he would just drag you down for the no lock. Well, he would do like as you were getting up, it was like it's the normal button. It's just triangle. I may be saying the wrong name for it, but I think it's like momentum finisher or something weird.
I don't know.
Just pay attention to what it says but he like squats like, you know how The Rock did that, like I'm getting ready to do my shit thing? Like he squats like that, and I felt like it was gonna like charge or store my finisher, but it didn't. He did it. I pressed it, and he did that weird thing, and I didn't touch anything. And then when the guy got up, he did it anyway. It was
Wow.
weird.
I don't
Fucking
know.
look at it when
Okay.
you play it. I don't know what it is.
Also, I noticed you don't store finishers. If you don't use it, it'll go to the side, and you can just keep on building up finishers. Just like F times 1, F times 2, 3, and it'll just keep on doing it.
How do you feel about? Because I think for us, the past few years, the big issue we've had was the reversal system. How do you feel about reversals this
I'm
year?
actually doing pretty good with it. I mean,
But
now
it doesn't
it's different.
but it doesn't feel like you get it without like it's not too sensitive though. You know what I mean? Like
It's not too sensitive. Like the reviews online said, this is kind of clunky and kind of weird, but like I'm timing it just right. I feel like this, but we're gonna have to see how it feels when we're playing each other,
playing
compared
live.
to the
Yeah.
computer. You know. But
Daniel,
I didn't pay attention to when it said to press it. To be honest with you, I was just feeling it how I would do. Like, oh, he's about to grab me. Let me reverse
Yeah.
it. That's how I was doing.
Yeah,
it.
that's how I did it too. Like just like anticipation. Like
Yeah.
Daniel, you spent any time with this shit yet?
Not yet. I purchased it after I got off. Well, I say I purchased. I picked it up after I got off of work, and then I came back here to get ready for the podcast. But one thing that I'm not a fan of that I saw was the create an entrance. How much they just gutted it. There's only one. Like, you know how when you're creating an entrance, you get to pick either a superstar or they have like a bunch of preset things. All of those are gone. All the presets are gone. There's only one setting that is not a WWE superstar.
So it's just the rosters entrances and then one
Yeah.
entrance.
Which
So
that's weird. That's pretty weird. I think.
Do you think
I don't
that
like
would come
that.
in DLC or no?
Probably not. It should because
It should.
to me,
They've never done something like that in DLC though. It's always been moves or characters. Right?
yeah. But like for me, and I talked to Tyler about this earlier in the week. The good thing about 2014 is like it had everything, whereas this, you take the game that has everything and then you put it up to this one that doesn't have everything, and people are obviously going to complain because there's obviously something there for everyone in last year's game. It's like, create your own custom belt might not have been for everyone, but there were people there who wanted it.
Right.
And so it was available to you. Create an arena, same thing.
You don't have to fucking do it if you don't. Want to.
Yeah.
You don't have to
It's
if
there,
you do it. But it's there for you if you want to give it a shot or if you want to download someone's created arena that you think is really cool looking. So that's one of the main gripes that I have is like I feel like it took away a lot of creativity.
And I think I can see why people have a problem with that because I think the creative stuff like create a wrestler, create a moveset.
Yeah, you can't even create your own diva.
Well, create your arena, all that, the titles, I think that adds to the replayability. Like,
Yeah.
I can see why that would piss some people off. But I gotta say, like, for the first time in the past few years, and maybe we're on a new not new next gen, but we're on a new generation of, so maybe that is contributing to how I feel like I'm playing a little bit of a different game. But it feels like for the first time in a few years, it feels like I didn't pick it up and just like fucking like I never stopped playing it. It feels like I'm playing a different version of the game. It feels like they tweaked some shit. It feels like a different game. So
The gameplay is, I think, pretty good from what I experienced so far. I noticed that a lot of I played with a few people and I've seen some character models. You can tell who they scanned and who they didn't in their faces and stuff. And it's
Summer
stuff
Rae, I'm telling you, look at
I
that
haven't
fucking
seen that,
shit.
and I can't tell if they scanned Brock or not. I just can't because he looks weird. Like, okay, no one's gonna see what I'm about to do, but I'm gonna show these guys. I told Daniel about this, but I was playing an Elimination Chamber, and he has this frown on his face, but like in the corner, he looks like he's smiling, so he's going.
Weird.
So that was weird. And then Justin Roberts, he's cartoonish. I know he's gone or whatever,
Yeah.
but he's cartoonish. And you see someone real as Randy Orton, like I don't know if they scanned Big E, but I did Randy Orton versus Big E. Big E looked more cartoon than Randy Orton. Randy Orton
I think the ones that you say look cartoonish is the ones that they just took from last year and just put it in this year's game.
It always takes them like 2 years to get a guy like to look like the rest of the guys. You know what I mean?
But they said they scanned a lot of the roster. Like, okay, the people I've seen that they look like they scanned, I think they might have done Bray Wyatt, Daniel
Randy
Bryan,
Orton,
Randy
John
Orton,
Cena.
John Cena.
Because I saw a video and it looks like Santino and Dolph Ziggler
And
look
then I'm
as the
pretty
same
sure they
as last
scanned
year.
the NXT guys.
Yeah.
But there's certain
CM
people.
Punk.
Huh?
CM Punk is probably just copied from last year.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I haven't played as him.
Because I saw a side-by-side comparison of 2K14 and 2K15, the entrances, and the only thing that changed was the attire and the camera angles. Other than that, it was the same exact entrance.
Also, a thing I did, I went to the threads or whatever, changed the threads of the superstar. There's also an option after you're done. If you can save it as another attire, but if you don't, it will be another superstar. So, but I saved it, and
You can just tweak an attire though.
yeah, you can.
Okay,
you have to
that's
make
cool.
it. You have to say it's an attire though. But the thing that I was this close, and it made me frustrated. And I looked at so many options. I was like, "Come on, okay." I got Kane right, and I'm so close to making corporate Kane. I got the suit. I took the mask off. They won't let me take the hair off. They won't let me take the hair off. They have Kane's face. I was like, motherfucker, I'm this close to making corporate Kane. Let me take that stupid wig off. Come on.
Yep.
They won't let me.
You can't just copy and paste his features. I didn't work that way.
I
You
don't
can't
think
ever
so.
do that.
No. And then I did. I'm up to date with Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose looks weird. I don't know if they scanned him or not.
Probably not.
Because
Rollins-
Seth Rollins, they
Rollins looks
scanned
a little bit
Rollins.
off. He looks better this year, but he still looks a little off.
I mean, I took a shirt off and like he looks a little bit off in the face, but like I know how like his like chest area looks like. Hey, they scanned your whole fucking body. Look at your chest area. But Dean Ambrose looks a little bit off. I don't know if they scanned Roman Reigns. I think they scanned the Usos. All that stuff. I know they did Cesaro for sure. Paul Heyman. But then I started to try to do universe mode because I was like, I don't have enough time to try to create a character so I can start my career mode because
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like, and I do this every year. I know, like, come on, Tyler, you get to do. I'm gonna play through everything, but I usually get the season pass and get the accelerator and unlock everything because I want to play as everybody off the fucking bat.
Yeah.
That's just me. But then I'm gonna still play through all this stuff because I want to experience it though. But I just want everyone at launch.
How many options do you have in the beginning if you don't have the accelerator?
I don't know what else they have to unlock, but like there's still like a lot of superstars that need to be unlocked.
Yeah, a sizable part of the roster is locked from
Yeah.
from jump.
Oh, another thing I didn't like is, okay, so the World Heavyweight or WWE World Heavyweight
Warrior
Championship.
is unlocked, which is sort
Yes,
of,
Warrior's unlocked.
Oh, Austin is too, huh?
Yeah,
Those are like
Austin.
the two legend guys are unlocked.
The belts look cool. They look great in the game. But one thing I didn't like is, and I swear I gotta try it again, but in the single mode or whatever, I don't know if they walk out with the belts or not. Did you see if they did or not?
I only played exhibition matches.
Because then I went to the title match, and then Brock Lesnar walked out with the WWE title, but when he won again or whatever, he was raising both titles. Because I know some entrances, because I switched the titles because they have both of them, they only wear one. I was
Yeah.
like, I don't like that shit.
They have really elaborate like post match stuff this year too.
Oh
Like-
my gosh,
Like Fandango
yes.
has the mic and does the Fandango thing, and then the Wyatt does the follow
Yes.
the buzzer,
Yeah, he gets him and he kisses him and does the thing, and it's like follow the buzzer. It's
and like the whole group's like behind him. Yeah,
Luke Harper. Well, you know how like last year the thing they were doing with the taunts, you can hear them talk, whatever. One of the taunts, you can hear him go, hey, 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 hey. I was like, that's awesome.
yeah.
I was like,
But
that's so cool, man.
for the most part, I haven't like delved into this game, so I mean, we probably talk about it much more in
Give
depth
a week or
next week.
two.
But yeah,
and-
but I have to say, so far, like the gameplay is enjoyable for me. So
Okay. So be on the lookout for our full review.
yeah, I feel like there's
As
something
we
else
get
I
time
was
to
leaving
play it.
out, but no, I think that's good for now.
I'll save it for next week. So good stuff. Thanks, guys. So yeah. So other hot topic news. I've given Lucha Underground another chance, and I actually enjoyed the last week's episode. I thought it was
Episode
pretty
3?
good. Yeah. It was pretty good. I thought it was, kind of cheesy, a little hokey. The cut scene that they did with Johnny Mundo, that's his name.
Yeah, chillax.
Yeah, like, oh my God, that was so terrible.
I like it though. Like the thing that appeals to me about Lucha Underground is the same thing that it like the part of Lucha Underground that draws me in is like the same thing that about like Chikara that draws me in. It's like not.
It knows what it is.
It knows what it is, and it's not trying to present itself as a sport. It's almost like it's presenting itself as like these dudes are like you saw like the Mil Muertes like backstory thing, and he's like a kid who like survived an earthquake when he was 7 or whatever.
Yeah.
Like now he's
And he goes to pick up the rock, and it's the big hand. Oh.
yeah. But when he had it in the ring with him later too, but it's presenting why it's so refreshing and fun to watch is it's presenting like wrestling completely different than WWE is presenting wrestling right now.
And I forgot to watch it last week.
And Vampiro's lack of
So bad
knowledge of how to run an interview.
brother.
And you'd be like, "Hey, what's up, guys?" It's like, they do the setup for it. They're like,
I thought he was a commentator.
He is.
He is.
But Matt Stryker sets him up for a pre-recorded segment. He's like, "All right."
He pitches to a sit-down interview with him and Chavo.
He's like, "Vampiro, you got to speak with Chavo Guerrero earlier this week. Let's take a look at that." "Hey, what's up, guys? It's Vampiro." And it's like, yeah, we know. Okay, anyway.
He just pitched it. Yeah.
Yeah. Right here on the El Rey Network. I'm checking in with my boy. What's up, man? What's going on? How you doing, Chavo? It's been a long time. Yeah, doing good. So what's up? Why are you hitting everybody? What's the deal? It's like it's so cheesy.
What do you think of Dario Cueta? Like the gangster guy, like the guy who's running shit. The guy who's talking to Conan in the office. He's fucking good, right? Come on, he's good.
Yeah. I mean, he's good, but the thing that like just throws me off is like his office is supposed to be right next to the ring.
Oh, where Conan looks out the fucking window and like sees down.
Yeah,
but it's after hours, bro.
Yeah, I know, but like it's like they'll have a scene, where Johnny Mundo's walking down the hall, kicking people's asses, going to the office, and then he's like, "All right, man, I'll see you later," and he shuts the door, and then they pan out, and the guys aren't there. Johnny Mundo's not walking away or anything. It's like, oh, let's get back to the action now. So it takes it out just a little bit for me.
I think Conan's been like really good, and I think that the Dario
Cueta episode. I want to talk with y'all with this. I want to watch it with.
When Conan walks up to Chavo, he's like, "Hey man, you might want to get out of town, man. They're gonna be coming for you." And like the lights flicker, and Chavo turns around, and he turns back around. That lady's like right in front of him and like licks him, and so he turns around and like is doing that. He turns back around. There's another person there. It's like, God. So
I think it's an hour long and it's fun. It's like it's a breeze to watch. It is not.
It's fun. The action is really good. So I'm definitely enjoying that.
Yeah, it's a fun. It's just fucking fun. I mean,
Wednesdays, right? For sure.
Wednesdays.
Okay.
I mean, I don't have the network. I mean,
oh, you watch online? I don't know if I have the network.
You can find it on Daily
I've been recording it, so y'all can come over and watch it one day.
You can find it on Daily Motion really easily.
My girlfriend was like, "What's Lucha Underground?"
Oh,
I was like, "Oh yeah, I've been recording that." Sorry.
So if it doesn't come on my TV, can you record it for this weekend?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Lucha. So yeah, so there you go. So with that being said, it's time to go into the Q&A portion of the show. Your questions, our answers. First question coming to us from Victor.
Wow, I've heard from him in a while, huh?
Saying thanks for so
he
much.
Hates you, that's what.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. Damn it.
Totally
Is it because I
hates
say Victor?
No. He says, "Thanks so much for giving us now 201 episodes. Sorry I missed the special technological issues have had bad timing. But I've always enjoyed your work and will forever. On a different note, I think that since it's been a while since I asked a question, it's been a while since I asked a question. If someone who hasn't watched much wrestling before asks you what a good starting point to get into it, what would be your suggestion? I have trouble answering this question myself since wrestling is so linear in any company that it's easy to get left behind and not comprehend certain things since the person watching might have missed something before they jumped in. Thanks again for everything, guys. Hashtag WNS podcast forever."
Man, there's different parts. Are you talking about like jumping into wrestling or just WWE or?
I guess just any, like, where Would you start at the past, or would you say, okay, starting on Monday, you and I are going to sit down, we're going to watch wrestling, and I'll give you the Cliff Notes as to what's going on, and then going
I would
forward.
like to show someone the past, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Okay, I like the late 90s, the early 2000s, stuff like that. I know this is repetitive. People I did like the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
I didn't watch too much WCW or ECW. I mean, I liked the era when what's it called? It was way before Brock left. There was Brock. There was Eddie Guerrero. You had like the John Cena, the Chain Gang John Cena.
Yeah.
Kurt Angle, that time period. I guess that was that this. Was that the era?
It was like
with,
2003
was that
to
the era of
2005.
Badass Undertaker.
Yeah.
I like that part.
So that's like 2001 to 2005 ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, ruthless. Yeah.
Good stuff. How about you, Doug?
To me, it's all bullshit. I don't believe in it. This is also like a thing that gets thrown around in the comic world a lot. It's like, this is a good jumping on point for new readers, and things like that do exist. But ultimately, to me, you're either going to see something and be fascinated by it and keep coming back for it, and then you're going to pick up on things you need to know and then learn about the past through what you're watching, or you're not going to be interested enough in to keep going and learn the rest. Whenever I started watching wrestling, no one pointed me anywhere, no one guided my hand. I started watching and I was fascinated enough to pick up on what I needed to know to keep going. And then, as I got older and as I had the ability to go back and see other things and to see different type of things, my own passion for what I'm seeing propelled me to check out other stuff.
Right.
If they don't care, you're not going to be able to point them in the right spot. I mean, I guess technically you can set them up in certain spots that was probably be more likely. But the thing about pro wrestling is there's no beginning and no end. I mean, there was a beginning with it's ongoing. It doesn't reset. There's no end point and start point. It's
there's
continuous.
no next chapter.
Right. And the same thing with the comics. No one said I didn't know all, however many hundred issues before the first issue I read. I just read an issue and I was like, this is fucking cool. I'm going to keep going. And you just find out what you need to know. And if you care enough, you're going to do what you need to do to.
Yeah.
Also,
you just got to throw someone in. They don't like it.
Today is a good time period to start. You have, the indies of today. And then also you can check the past out.
Well, you don't want to oversaturate them. You don't want to say, oh, you need to watch this and this and this.
No. You can pick, what you want to.
They have to want to do that on their own. You can't be like.
Yeah,
and you could tell them about the options.
The way my girlfriend got into it, she was asking me about it, and I said, "Okay, would you be willing to watch an episode or two with me of Monday Night Raw?" Yeah. So as we're sitting there watching it, I'm giving her the backstory as far as what's going on, at least recent history, not like their full history. Well, he came in he came in ECW and tore through everyone, and now he's fighting this guy. It was like, okay, this
is why they're fighting right now.
Yeah, here's why they're fighting right now. He betrayed this guy who was friends with him, blah blah blah. So you kind of fill them in on that. And then if they have questions, answer it as it comes along so that they'll progressively start picking things up. And every once in a while, they'll be like, I'm confused. Why is this person attacking? Oh, well, he's been out with an injury for a while, and he's got unfinished business with him. So, so I would say start at the present, work that way, and then answer questions dealing with the past. That would probably be my best suggestion.
Just throw them in there. Either going to like it or they're not.
Yeah.
You can set them up and answer stuff for them, but if they don't give a fuck, it doesn't matter what you show them.
Yeah.
They have to give a fuck.
Yep. But thank you very much, Victor. Always good to hear from you. Next question we have is from Hugh saying, hey guys, just want to thank you for putting my audio up on the show. As a token of my thanks, I will have a question. In a perfect world, who would be on Team Cena and who would be on Team Authority at Survivor Series?
Oh man, I really popped for Cesaro, and they aren't doing shit with him, so I like the idea of turning Cesaro babyface and putting him on Team Cena.
Yeah.
I think Ziggler makes sense. I mean, I honestly do feel like I felt earlier about they're trying to act like they think he means something now, but I mean, he's fine for the team. I would go with them. Those three. I mean, you got to do Ryback if you're bringing him back, so that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I probably prefer Sheamus to Show, but that's just because I like his work better.
Yeah.
So, I mean, so I would trade Show and Rowan for Cesaro and Sheamus, I guess.
It's a pretty good team.
I like Team Authority. I mean, if you're going to be Team Authority, you have to have Rollins and Kane. It just doesn't make sense if you don't. I like the idea that they wanted Henry. I would never have Putin's not a word.
Putin.
I would have never put Rusev on the team because unless he's surviving and winning, like, it doesn't make sense for him to be there because they shoehorned him in. So anybody but Rusev, I mean, and name another heel. I mean, it doesn't.
Rusev and Harper.
I like Harper on the team too. I like Harper and Henry. The only guy I would change on Authority would be Rusev.
Okay. How about you, Tyler?
I really don't see too much interchange or whatever. I kind of agree with Doug. I'm not just trying to say it for an answer, but I don't know anyone else.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
It's just.
Well, it's so much of the roster is on those teams already.
Yeah. All the other guys are tied up with other things. But, yeah.
The WWE 2K15 roster is the roster.
Yeah. So, thanks for the question, Hugh. Final. Or not final question. I'm sorry.
I played with God damn it! Have you checked out A New Day's Coming? A New Day's Coming.
Big E.
No,
Kofi Kingston. Xavier Woods.
Have you played with Xavier
No,
yet?
I have not yet.
I keep scrolling over him and I haven't clicked
I'm
on
going
it.
to. I'm going to.
So the next bit is coming from Parker saying, "Hey guys, first I want to say that I would do the manly man gimmick if I had a manager, and second I want to congratulate you
Why does that matter?
I want to congratulate you on 200, and now I have 200 questions. Kidding, only 4. Question number 1: do you think the Intercontinental and U.S. title should unify?
I don't think it matters one way or the other anymore.
Yeah, not anymore.
Has no preference. There's not a whole lot of prestige for either at the moment, but what can you do?
You can have it. You can have 20 titles if you make them all mean something.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It's not the number. It's the meaning you place on them.
Yeah. Question number 2: what was your first wrestling game, and which was your favorite? My first was WCW versus NWO Revenge, and my favorite is Raw versus SmackDown 2007.
I'm trying to remember my first one, the name of it.
Yeah, I'm googling right now to try to figure out. Remember
The if you don't count the NES game, like with Starman and all that,
that's what I'm getting at.
like the original wrestling game.
I think it's just called Pro Wrestling.
Yeah. I didn't own that one, but that was the first one that I played. But the first one that I owned was WCW Mayhem for the Nintendo 64. I don't know what my favorite one was because I don't know.
I know that I played the NES Pro Wrestling with like the Starman and everybody, but the one I played a fuck ton of.
A winner is you.
What's the one where like they have the not cutscenes obviously because they didn't do cutscenes then, but it's like where they would have between matches you would train your guy to up his stats, like where you'd have the guy doing the push-ups and lifting the weights and stuff between the matches. It's also an NES wrestling game, but it's after NES Pro Wrestling.
See, I didn't play any of the NES wrestling games.
Good stuff.
I don't know. My first game was on PlayStation 1, WWF SmackDown.
Nice.
Which was really a fun game. Probably not now if you play it, but
I mean, I'm a big proponent of like all those fuckers who screened the N64 version, N64 era games. Yeah, No Mercy.
I remember playing some
Revenge
games with you, but I never had an N64. So
WrestleMania 2000, No Mercy, WCW, NWO Revenge. Those all were built on the same fucking.
I have
engine.
all 3 of those games.
Yeah, they're all fucking great. Yeah, just play them one day.
now favorite. I could tell you which one's not my favorite, TNA game or AAA. No, sorry. I can't pick one out of the WWE games because at each time they were all pretty good. At the year it came out, hey, this is fun. I can't wait for the next year. Oh, this is fun too. It's like every year for me. That's how it was. So I can't pick a favorite.
Yeah, it is tough to pick a favorite for me as well. So
there wasn't
I just about got it.
There wasn't one that like, hey, I'm gonna put this down and get like the TNA game. I tried to get into it. That was incomplete. And then AAA was the same way too. So
yeah,
I love this. Okay, I love this fucking game. So I definitely, I played NES Pro Wrestling, which is the one you're talking about with like Starman and
Right.
oh god, what's the fucking guy's name?
The fish guy.
Yeah, god damn it, it's killing me that I don't know.
Don't worry about it.
I played that first, but I think I played it at a friend's house, and I think the one I played the most for NES was Tecmo World Wrestling. That one's the fucking jam because they have guys that they're all based off of like real guys, but they change their names and stuff. But also like between like you would do shit like to like up your strength and shit between matches. Like your guy would be like doing push-ups with like girls sitting on his back and stuff like that, and like lifting weights.
That's
fucking
funny.
cool. Tecmo World Wrestling, check it out. It's good. Good
Another
stuff.
game that I got that was suggested by Doug and I got for PS2, and I suck at it. And there's tons of characters. And
Fire Pro?
Fire Pro Wrestling, which is the 2D thing, and it seemed really cool. And it's
I
just,
miss-
I cannot get the controls down.
I missed the boat on the whole. Okay, there's two camps on greatest pro wrestling game of all time. There's two camps on that. You're either a THQ engine game guy, and that's your Revenge, your WrestleMania 2000, your No Mercy camp, or you're a Fire Pro guy, Fire Pro Returns, all those shit, and that's more of like your PlayStation like era games. There's two camps. You generally fall in one of those two. Like your Fire Pro is fucking sort of hard to pick up.
Technical.
I never got into it until after the fact, and then I had to like, I went through like great lengths to like drag it down one day. It's sort of like before I was ordering a lot of shit off the internet. I like found it in the store one day. It's hard to pick up on.
I gave up on it. I shouldn't have, but I mean, I have the copy. I still have it. I'm not going to get rid of it. I mean,
It is cool. It is cool, but it's hard to pick up on. But generally,
Yeah.
people are either Fire Pro guys or they're either THQ guys, and generally those are people's favorite games. But the reason I like the THQ shit so much is like you can feel so much of even what SmackDown versus Raw and then WWE 2K15 is today. You can see that back as far back as those games. You can still see those games. In
when did that, like, all that? Well, I mean, they started the SmackDown versus Raw started in what, 2005?
Somewhere around there, yeah.
God,
think so.
it's going on. It's going strong, you know?
Yep.
It still is, and it's going to keep on going strong. And I don't care if hey, guess what? I just turned 45. Guess what? WWE 2K, whatever.
He's trying to do the math.
I can't do it in my head right now.
I can't either. I was just like, I could feel it coming. Like I felt the gears grinding. Like you're like,
I'm 60 something.
So good stuff. Third
Wait.
question.
2K65.
you're like NBA you're like WWE 2K15 plus 25 years.
Yep. So, all right, third question. When were you first into wrestling? I first started watching last year.
And in all honesty, I don't know the exact year, but I think it was around 86 or so, maybe 85. It's one of my earliest memories. I just remember like sitting on the couch Saturday mornings watching wrestling with my dad.
Nice.
I don't remember what year, but I'll give credit to where credit is due. There is a person in this room who got me into wrestling, and his name is Doug. You got me into a few things. I remember. I think I copied you with everything. You know, it's like you're all into Penny Hardaway. I was like, yeah, Penny Hardaway is the shit. And then like wrestling, but I never took time to. I mean, you liked them, I liked them, but I took time to get into wrestling. You showed
I'm
me
just
things. And I
imagining
like it.
A-Bear this tall going, Penny Hardaway is the shit.
Like,
I
hey,
didn't say
hey,
that.
Penny
but,
Hardaway's the shit.
Mini A-Bear.
but yeah, I
Haircut.
don't remember what year it is, but year it was. But Doug got me into wrestling, so yeah.
Very cool. I probably got into wrestling around, I want to say 93 or 94, somewhere around there. Because I remember, at least I think I remember watching the very first episode of Monday Nitro. But I remember watching Raw first.
With like Luger coming through and everything.
Yeah.
Nice.
I want to say that I watched it because I was like, what? Another
So
wrestling
you were
show.
a WCW kid before you were a
No,
WWF.
the very first memory that I have of wrestling was Shawn Michaels was at a commentary booth. I don't remember who was watching or who was fighting, but they were talking about him being injured. You know, like he was taking time off or something for an injury, and he just hopped up on the commentary booth and started like dancing and pulling his shirt off, and the girls were going nuts So that was like, I was like, what the hell is? I was like, what is going on this?
You're
show?
like, this is the best thing ever.
Dudes are taking their shirts off and dancing, and no, it was. I mean, for me, that was just like the most memorable thing. I don't know why, but like I was flipping through the channels, and all of a sudden I see that, and so ever since then I started just watching wrestling. I got into it, and then I was flipping through the channels and found Nitro somehow. And I was like, oh, there's another one. I didn't even know about this. And so I started watching that as well. And so I would always, they would have WCW start at 7 when they went to 3 hours. I would always watch the first hour of WCW. And then once Raw came on, I would switch back and forth.
I was a little bit more obsessive. I watched the first hour of WCW, flip over, watch all of Raw, and then WCW would replay it. Like,
yes.
Then I would
do
flip
that
back
too.
and watch the replay of WCW.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I remember that. Those were the days.
Speaking of, were you a WCW or were you a WWF kid? Because when you're a kid, you don't know, and all the tools aren't available to you. You either aren't aware of both, or you feel like as a kid you're supposed to only like your favorite one or whatever.
Yeah.
So I have this theory that, and this is only gonna, and I'd love to hear from our listeners who like wrestling and comics, but I have this theory that all WWF kids were Marvel kids, and all DC kids were WCW kids. So if you read comics and you watch wrestling, I would love to know your alignment
That
of,
would be cool. I want to know
because
that.
I was a WWF kid. Not that I didn't have any like experience with WCW or DC, but I was like, Marvel was my shit and WWF was my shit. So I would love to know if you're into both, what universe you are for both those. Because I feel like all Marvel kids are WWF kids and all DC kids are WCW kids. I don't know why. It's just how I fucking feel.
Cool.
Please let us know if you're into both.
By the way, that's another thing you got me into. I was Marvel because of you, and I liked X-Men because of you, and I still like X-Men.
And I mean, that's cool. Like I feel like I damned you to like a life of like nerddom or something. Like,
Hey, I appreciate
It's
it.
all your fault. So thanks for the question. The last question from Parker, question number 4. When are you going to be doing another video episode where you're on camera?
thing about that is we found out it's a lot more trouble than it's worth.
Yeah.
For one, we
another
don't
person.
usually travel with a fourth person to hold the camera,
Mm-hmm.
and it takes like an obscene amount of time to upload them.
Yeah.
So it's just, honestly, it's more trouble than it's worth. And like, we didn't get great feedback over it. Like, as many people didn't
Had like
get,
2 people saying, "Oh, like the video."
Yeah, I mean, as many people didn't give a fuck that did, and it's just a lot more extra work.
Yeah.
And trying to con someone else into coming to the studio.
Yeah.
And not to mention, you have to sync it up and make sure you have the spaces right so it doesn't, it's just, it is quite
The camera
quite a
hurts
bit
their
of
hand
hassle.
eventually.
Yeah, you start getting cramps, and then the camera starts getting hot, and
Oh yeah.
just a lot of difficult stuff. But thank you very much for the question. You never know, we may do another one day. Final question coming to us from Dawson101 saying, "Hey guys, I'm from Scotland. I've been listening for a year now, and I just wonder what you think about Kali is love, Kali is life. By the way, I'm not Seth,
If you're not Seth, were you influenced by Seth?
apparently."
What do I think about it? I mean, I think RIP, we're going to pour out some of our 40 for the big homie.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
have a big old party.
Hopefully
Celebrate the
No,
passing and
We're gonna
farewell.
mourn- we're
of
gonna
Great
mourn-
Khali.
We're going to mourn the career.
We're gonna-
And Daniel's gonna create Great Khali.
We're gonna
in
celebrate
WWE
good
2K15.
times. Come on.
Hopefully, another organization picks him up, and then we'll watch that. He'll win another title, and
With the strap the belt on him, Dixie. Save your company.
power couple, Khali and Dixie.
So there you go. Thank you, everyone, for the questions. Make sure to submit your questions by going to our Facebook page, WNS Podcast, our YouTube page, WNS Video. Check us out on WrestlingNewsSource.com and WrestlingNewsSource.com on Facebook, and subscribe to us on iTunes by searching Wrestling News Source Podcast.
Another thing I noticed for PS4, and I think you've already told me about this. You can you add your Stitch account or
Twitch.
Twitch. Sorry, I don't know
Yeah.
Twitch account.
Gonna
So,
be doing
and I
some
guess
Twitch
that works,
streaming.
That works with the microphone you already have. I guess that already works with it, but
I
you
guess so.
can't see the comments if people. I
Yeah, you
assume
can.
on the PS4.
Uh-huh.
How does that work?
You
You
can
have
make
a side screen.
Yeah, well, you can make it to where your screen shrinks down and the comment bars are on the side.
Well, I think I'm gonna eventually do that.
Yeah.
if that's cool, I get the count one of these
Mhm.
times. But I think it's gonna be fun, and I'm super pumped for.
Do you want to plug the
2K15.
Twitch stream since it's
Yeah,
likely
go
Yeah,
to-
what's the
Go to twitch.tv/WNS podcast.
yes,
Very simple.
We're gonna be and some
probably gearing up for some more of that shit.
other- I think we're gonna get together this weekend and try to play some of that. We're also on Stitcher, Beyond Pod, and Player.fm. Just search Wrestling News Source Podcast to find us. Please
Follow the podcast as a
And the buzzards.
entity on Twitter at WNS Podcast. Follow Daniel at WNS_Daniel. Follow the Buzzards to Tyler_Aber.
There you go. Good show, guys. For the podcast crew, I am Daniel Heron.
I am 2K15. Hey, Bear.
Just for
I'm
clarification.
Teenager of the Year.
And we will catch you all next week.